we were shown this. We all naturally thought that it was this. Because that's what we needed. Then Frontier Developments pulled a blinder and gave us this. Hello, it's Ricardo and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. Well, Frontier Unlocked has just finished and we know exactly what the new ship is. Shrouded in secrecy and with cryptic messages and cryptic pictures, we can reveal the Panther Clipper Mk2, and it looks absolutely fantastic. And I have to say, you know, there's fantastic and then there's fantastic, but this looks fantastic. So on Frontier Unlocked, Frontier Development started with building the excitement for what it is. It's the Panther Clipper, and then you get your first look on screen of this huge piece of kit. Now, he did say it's large, both in ship type and in-game. It's a big one, right? So there was no allusion to saying it wasn't big. They also said, well, hey, you know, it's a Panther Clipper Mk2. They've been waiting and waiting to put this in the game and decided, you know, a couple of years back they were going to do it, but it had to be grandiose. So they said, it's huge, it's a big one, it's a whopper, and they're having an awful lot of fun designing it. Now, this is concept footage, but what we've seen in the past is that an awful lot of the footage that Frontier Developments release actually do make it in to the final game. So it's something to think about. Now, we were shown the thrusters, just a picture of the thrusters, and you can see the scale there. And they did say that the thrusters are not just one big thruster, it's a cluster of 4 thrusters on each leg. Now, we just saw one leg really in the foreground and one in the background when we did lighten up the image. But you can see this is going to be a big old unit. They didn't mention anything about fitting through mail slots or anything like that. And we were all thinking, hey, you know, what's it going to be? Is it going to be a surface mining unit? People have been out there scurrying through the code, which is against the terms and conditions of the game, as it happens. But here you can see 4 commanders, got the old Scorpion out, and the sheer scale of this ship. I do like the nose, the bluntness of it. The lights at the front, those big old headlights. You're going to turn those on. People at settlements are going to think it's daytime. They're going to start getting up, eating their breakfast, ready to go to work, even if it's nighttime. This looks like a huge behemoth of a ship. Now, there was no mention on jump range. There was no mention on armaments. There was no mention on cargo capacity, slots, power cells, all the things that we typically want to do. And they did allude to the fact that all this information was going to be coming in future episodes of Frontier Unlocked. Everyone was kept in the dark about this. We kind of knew. They said it's the best, worst kept secret there is. Panther Clipper. And what else could it really be, to be honest with you? What else could it be? They've introduced a game dynamic of system colonization, which involves hauling a lot of stuff from A to B. They are going to make so much money through the ARCs side of things on this. If they do it right, it's not going to be funny. It really is. I mean, people will be paying for this hand over fist. I'm going to buy one. We're all going to buy one. Let's face it, even the saltiest people are going to buy one. If you look at the thrusters there, they're a fan of animated aspects. We all think that's going to hunch down when it lands and then relax and ease up when it takes off. All those thrusters there will be animated. Is that a humongous cargo capacity hatch at the back of the ship? I don't know. Or will it still just protrude SRVs to an SRV bay at the bottom? Or are you going to get access to something a bit more fruitier? Now, I know this is an artist's impression, but there's 2 Scorpions there. I know, you can get 4 Scorpions in the right bay, but I'm just saying, that just gives a sense of the scale of how much this thing, I think, can haul. Is that a cargo hatch at the back? And is that going to be able to open? And are we going to be able to drive into that? Who knows? Who knows? My mind's racing. I mean, ooh, are they going to go this direction? Are they going to go that direction? Who knows? I mean, this is going to have to roll with at least a Type 8 of everything. Unless they introduce a different class of module, a new class of module. But I can say it's going to be Type 8 of virtually everything, isn't it? Let's face it. This is going to be a big old tank of a ship. And commanders are going to be able to do ridiculous things with it. You'll find people doing daft things with this ship. Like I say, no mention on hard points, no mention on shield held strength, no mention on speed, no mention on jump range. And I'm fine by that. Design-wise, I like the lights over where it says Panther Clipper. That says Battlestar Galactica to me all day long. This looks very akin to that ship from Prometheus. Do you know what I'm talking about? Google. Starship from Prometheus. That was the film, I think, with... well, it was a couple of people. I think Idris Elba was in that one. Anyway, whatever. I digress. This ship does look exactly like that. Although the front of it, from this angle, does make it look a little bit like a Pixar character with the front of the beak, the nose, the mouth aspect of things. Just look at those clusters of engines here. I mean, there's an awful lot of thrust. Awful lot of engines making an awful lot of thrust. Awful lot of thrust means an awful lot of cargo capacity. Awful lot of cargo capacity, well, you're going to be a winner chicken dinner. Although from this angle, it does look a little bit like a frog. Once I've said it now, you can't unsee it. Don't you think? What are you thinking? There's a bit of those cargo racks at the top there. Imagine ejecting all the cargo from that if you're getting a bit of the pirate. The pirate says, hey, give me 1,500 tons of bio-waste. Hey, no problem. Hit the eject button. Woof. I mean, let's face it. You could probably take out someone's shields just by doing that. There's lots of emphasis on the engines. Like I say, the most interesting part of I find of it is the sections on the top of the ship are those cargo racks. It's very interesting. I even like the colour. I wonder if people get this one in chrome. And that'll effectively be like somebody in a visibility cloak just flying towards you. A big open bit of space that no one can fly through because you won't be able to see it coming other than its radar signature. I can't wait to see what people do to trick this ship up and put into different roles. Now, they also mentioned the fact that it's not a cockpit, it's a bridge. But from that, they mean a cockpit didn't quite hack it. Because a cockpit you have like in a helicopter or a fighter or, you know, that sort of thing. But like a bridge, that's more akin to a ocean liner. Or, you know, a cargo vessel, an oil tanker, a cargo ship, that sort of thing. And these sections here are very reminiscent of that freighter sort of aspect of things, I think, anyway. All in all, there'll be many commanders starting up a saving plan to purchase this, and you can imagine it coming in a Stellar and a Standard version. What the Stellar's going to entail, who knows? Who knows? But you just have to get one, wouldn't you? Let's face it, you'd have to get one. One way or the other, this is going to be exactly what you need for system colonization. Again, lots of emphasis here on the engines and different profiles of the engine to give the scale. Bottom left, air intakes, sort of VTOL thruster aspect of things, the cluster of engines right there. I count 16 individual rockets clustered in 4. That's going to be a hell of a lot of thrust, like we said. Either way, I think there's one commander here, unless you're a console player, who's going to be upset about this. Frontier have given us exactly what we asked for, and they've given it to us in spades. Who's looking forward to it? Let's not wish our lives away, but the summer can't come quick enough. I've been Ricardo. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe and let me know in the comments.